Alright, welcome back to Shaving with Fuzzy. I'm Fuzzy. How y'all on Thursday evening? It's about, I don't know, coming up on 8 o'clock. Got work at 10 o'clock, so got to move right along. I was running ahead, and all of a sudden I look around and I'm not running ahead anymore. Not particularly behind, but not particularly ahead. So we had us a little nibble, me and Miss Luna and Mr. Hashy Brown. And Miss Luna's down here on the floor looking up at me. I don't know what you thought. He's talking to himself again. That's what she's thinking. But that's all right. I don't have a problem with that. So we shaved last night before we went to work. So this is just a one-day shave. And I'm of the opinion that it is harder to get a good close shave on growth like this, just your regular one-day shave, than it is if you wait 2 or 3 days. I've said that for years. I'll continue to say that. It's, just easier to do when you have a couple of days growth on. So anyway, we're going to get a shave tonight. So I was digging around because I've been kind of trying to organize some stuff, move some stuff around. I got too much stuff. And I ran across my old Gulliver set. It's by Omega. And as you'll recall, it's kind of like a travel brush and all, but it's got a little mini shave stick that screws into the handle. Now, the razor that came with this set is an unmentionable cart garbage. It's a travel set. It's in a round tube looking thing. It's really a neat little set. But I was hoping to be able to adapt it to put a real razor in it. You never really could. It just wouldn't work out. I wasn't going to go cut on it and all that. But every once in a while, it's fun to go through. Now, I don't know anything about the shave stick. Like I said, the set itself is by Omega. But I never knew who made the shave stick. And it's definitely nothing, fancy or anything. It's just a functional shave stick. I haven't used it in a while, and I don't really remember how much you got to put on to get it good. So we generally just overdo so we don't underdo. I do a lot of things that way. I do that at work a lot of times. I want things overdone so that they're not underdone. Reports and things of that nature. I catch a little flack about that somewhere. You're the only one that does that. I said, well, maybe so. But you're on my shift, so... Unfortunately, if I'm the only one that does it that way, then today we're doing it that way. But anyway, not really that big a deal. A lot of times everything works out just fine. We're going to see if that's enough soap to get a ladder. As I recall, it works just fine. Like I said, nothing fancy, but oftentimes nothing fancy is just fine. Functional is generally what we're after anyway. And once you get past functional, a lot of things just really get kind of silly in my book. These kids all running around here with 400, 500, 600 horse cars that mommy and daddy buy for them or whatever, being jack legs with the exhaust and the throttles, and the ones that are driving the manuals can't shift them. I had to stop the other day and say a little prayer for a clutch on a Mustang that went by, because I knew that poor thing wasn't going to make it. But anyway, once you get past functional, I mean, really, think about it. If you're not hauling a trailer or hauling a load all day in and out of the plants, hot shotting, or if you're not working on a farm or some kind of a job where you need the pulling power, well, what's the point? What's the point? I got an old Expedition. It's got the 5.4 Triton. It was originally rated at like 330 horsepower, something like that. That's more horsepower than my 94 Firebird Formula was rated at, by the way. But anyway, either here to there, just say it. Alrighty, well, that worked out pretty good. I think we had enough soap on the face there. We'll get a second. Now, for a razor today. Everybody that knows me more than just a few minutes knows that I am not the biggest fan of the Eveready, what we call the 1924. Shovel head's what a lot of people call it. It works. It does a good job, just like all the other single edge razors, a razor, blade's a blaze. However, I don't have to like everything about everything, and this is not a favorite razor. I still shave with one every once in a while. Like I said, they do. What you got to worry about with these, or in my opinion, one bad thing about these, is they hold a lot of water in the head. So be sure to shake them out good. Got a, I don't know, second, third use blade. I don't remember. It may even be a fourth use blade. Still nice and got a good edge on it though. Carbon steel tree blade. Take care of them. They work good. But really, I mean, I guess it doesn't really look that bad. It just never has at all been a favorite of mine. Now, for some people that don't know no better, like ordinary shaver, he thinks it's great. But, them Arkansas boys wouldn't pay much attention. Just saying. All righty. I'm driving home. I went to the store and got me a rotisserie chicken. And I like the fried chicken better at the store. They didn't have fried chicken, so I got a rotisserie. It's probably been sitting out long. It's kind of on the mushy, dry side. But anyway, it was edible. So on the way home, I'm coming back, and I drop into the left-hand turn lane to make a left-hand turn into the apartment complex here. And I already had to go around one vehicle that was getting into the turn lane before me. They were turning into the complex before me. So I'm zipping in, and this guy that's on the right side of the road's coming across. It was pretty close. I dropped into the left-hand turn lane before he's pulling out. And as he's pulling out, he turns into the left-hand turn. Now, he's wanting to go past and keep going. And people use the left-hand turn lane. I've heard that thing is called a universal left-hand turn lane, because you use it from either lane to make left-hand turns. Well, he's using it as an acceleration lane, and a lot of people do that. Especially a lot of younger people do that. But I can't just blame that on younger people, but I see everybody do it. Now, someone correct me if I'm wrong, but that lane is for making left-hand turn. It's not for when you pull out that you ride that lane as an acceleration lane like you getting on the interstate and then you merge over into traffic. That's not what that lane's for. So anyway, he's making a left-hand turn to come back towards me out of the right side of the road, and he's looking back to make sure traffic coming. I don't even know if he knew I was around. I had to jump out of the lane and let him go by. He swerved over that way, and I didn't have to swerve. I was paying attention. I was ready for it, so I just moved over, let him go by, and I got back in the lane. But you see that kind of stuff all the time, and it's I'm surprised that we don't see more fender bender like that. I mean, you're only supposed to travel so far in that lane anyway. What is it, 200 feet? I think that's what it is here in Louisiana. So in my mind, could I come around a curve and then have to get into the turn lane here? And in my mind, I got a spot picked out, and that's where I get in the lane and, have my blinker on and everything. But that was typical kid stuff around here. Like I said, it's not always just the kids, but since I live right next door to the university here, LSU, kids are the ones that I get to see most of the time. Luckily, most of the students live in this little complex I'm in are grad students. A lot of them are foreign grad students that are in here. A couple of them have little families. But I don't have to really put up with the party crowd. Haven't the whole, what have I been here, 11 years now? So I've been fortunate in that. So, what do y'all think about the left-hand turn lanes? Am I thinking wrong about it? Is it? I thought it was just for when you're making left-hand turns so you can get out of traffic and traffic can keep flowing on either side. And then when you're able to safely make your turn, you make your turn. Not an acceleration lane, boys and girls. And the thing about it is, right here, they can go right on up the road just a little bit, and with very, very little hassle, they can come out at a light, and then you have a light to turn at, and then you don't have to worry about it. But folks don't think about that. I hate fighting traffic. I'll go down somewhere when instead of fighting traffic and make a U-turn and come back. And it may take me a little longer to get there, and usually, truthfully, it's not that much longer. But it's safer and keeps me off meds. Still one of my favorite foghorn, leghorn, talking about, boy, I say boy, you're about to reach the limitations of my medication. Always like that one. I don't take medications for that, but I've had people tell me I should. But anyway, I don't. Well, get a little clean up pass here with the witch hazel. We'll get you a look at this. Beautiful shave. Like I said, my problem with the shovel head is not that it doesn't work, because it does. Razor to razor, blade to blade. I mean, that's a beautiful, beautiful, nice, smooth shave. But just not a favorite. Doesn't have to be at all. Just like I'd rather flying something that's got a round engine on it. I like round engines on airplanes. But you got everybody that always wants turbines. I understand the advantages of the turbines in situations. I get it. I do. Still like round engines. But anyway, look at that. There we go. Good shave. Go in tonight. I think I'm scheduled off tomorrow night. I've been scheduled off too much here lately. Can't pay the bills when you ain't working. But the new manager we got in has got the schedule under control. Doing a good job, and good guy, Texas guy, actually. The newest of our, about every 3 months we've been getting a new manager. But anyway, this fella's really good guy, drives a Ram. Good guy to start with, saw him drive up in a Ram. But Texas guy, and he's got everything under control. So even though I'm not making as much overtime as far as the company is concerned, that's a good thing. Whiskey Woods tonight. I think I wore this either last night or night before. It is since I've gotten it. Thanks again to my sister and brother-in-law. They're the ones that got it for me. I never would have bought it for myself, but it's good stuff. It really is. But there we go. All right, all clean up, and we're gonna let the shave stick here dry some before we put it back into the brush. We'll get the brush all dried off. It makes a good little travel thing. I don't even know if you can. It was called the Gulliver. I've had it many years now, and I haven't even looked to see if they have such a thing anymore that they're selling. It may have just been something they sold a little while and quit. But that little brush combo is actually a pretty neat. I've got a second one somewhere packed down. But I don't know how you would replace that shave stick. I imagine you'd have to make one. We for a while were making, especially glycerin shave sticks. We were putting them in chapstick tubes and all kinds of stuff. And I guess I could make one like that and put in there and have it. But anyway, probably never will. So there we go. That's what I got going on. Hope you're doing good wherever you are. And we'll see you next time. Whoever you are, wherever you are, whatever you're doing. Happy shaves to you. Oh, and something that ran across my mind for something the other day. For all you folks that are still blooming Williams soap, stop. Want to bloom something, raise a flower. I don't know why that ran through my mind, but a little while ago it ran through my mind that there's probably still people out there that are blooming Williams soap, even though they don't make it no more, and you shouldn't do that. I bet they are. Whoever you are, wherever you are, whatever you're doing. Miss Susie wanted to say, hey, shout out to Miss Susie, Miss Chris, if you're watching, all you folks. Bryce, going to have a shout out there to you too, sir. And, viewer number 7 and the 3 or 4 other people that may actually watch the video all the way through, we appreciate you. Y'all have a great day. And once again, whoever you are, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, happy shaves to you.